Hi, it's Michael. Our spiritual task in this world is quite funny. We are asked to let go of everything that we can perceive with our mind, that is known to us, that we can be comfortable with, and instead to surrender, to embrace something that is invisible to us, that is unknown to us, that we cannot perceive with our mind, with our senses, and thus that to us is not scientifically provable. And we are asked to embrace it and to surrender to it. And the letting go of will be explained shortly. It is said we are in this world to spiritually evolve, to transcend the ego, to transcend the gravity of the ego, which we are said is immense. And to transcend it, we need to let go of everything. And the letting go of doesn't mean that we need to walk away from life, that we need to hide, that we need to let go of all money, get rid of all money and all our possessions. It may need to happen at some point, but it's not really, generally speaking, necessary. What is necessary is to relinquish our attachments to it. And just to symbolically represent it, to show it, this is a cover for this microphone. But as we go through our life here on earth, our mind tends to cling to things, whether the thing is an emotion, a positionality, an opinion, a person, an animal, a pet, a possession, money, toys, cars, whatever you can name in this world. The mind, diseases, good health, the mind tends to cling to it ferociously most of the time. So to represent the clinging, we tend to grab onto things. And we are asked to let go of, to become detached, to basically symbolically open our hand and allow whatever to happen. When we become detached like this, we surrender it to the source of life, to the spirit, to the divine, and then the divine will do with it whatever needs to be done with it for our highest good. If it needs to go, it will go. If it needs to stay, it will stay. We are not attached to it, so we are good either way. And this is extremely important because our mind doesn't know what is good for us, what is not. Obviously, the source of life, the spirit, knows that extremely well. So we need to be open to it, to let it sort out things in our life. Sometimes that can be quite painful, and we may deem it as unpleasant, but it may be necessary, and we can be comforted by that at the end of that experience, of that painful experience and so on, there is a light at the end of it, and the light is the divine, our very essence, our very being. As it is said, the divine, the spirit, the thing we are supposed to surrender to and we are supposed to have faith in, is not just somewhere out there, it is inside of us, it is us, and by surrendering to it, we allow it to come through into our life and to do whatever is necessary for our highest good. And this faith is one thing that the scientific mind has a big problem with. Faith is basically surrendering completely to something that is to our mind invisible and unprovable, and trusting that it will carry us through to the light. And in the light is joy, bliss, good health. And as we are told, there are many other realms and dimensions in this world much higher than this planet, than this world, so-called greener pastures. Why to be stuck endlessly in this world by clinging into this world? We are told by the Buddha, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita and other spiritual teachers that as long as we cling to things here, whether it's emotions, people, opinions, and so on, we are bound to this world. It makes sense, right? If you grab onto thing, you are bound to it. If you fight it, you basically grab onto it. Fighting something, resisting something, is also clinging to it. Just relax, breathe, and ask the divine, the essence of life, for help, guidance, and protection with that. And when the asking is sincere, it is granted. And by asking, you also, as Dr. David Hawkins said, you show your intention, you demonstrate your spiritual will, your alignment, and that is extremely important. And in addition to asking the divine for help, protection, and guidance, there is a special healthcare technique that can immensely speed up your spiritual evolvement, that can help you break through attachments, and it is called neuro-emotional technique. I keep on talking about this in my spiritual talks. NET, neuro-emotional technique. It basically detects emotions that are stored in your body, mostly subconsciously, and it helps to discharge the emotions. And because the emotions are as a consequence of positionalities, then basically could be said of attachments, by discharging, releasing the emotions, you help, or the healthcare technique helps release the positionality, and thus you may be able to break through a seeming wall, like a spiritual wall, in a flash, just by using neuro-emotional technique. So this is all for this talk. If there are any questions or comments, they can be left below the video. Wishing you a healthy and joyful life. Michael out.